Welcome all. We will be starting soon. Shall we start, sir? Sonu sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you.
Do we need to wait for people to join in? Or
We may wait for a minute or so, and then we will start.
sure. Welcome on the call team by the time the rest of the people are joining. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sonu Verma, and I'm here to give the knowledge about SDLC process, especially the agile and waterfall concepts. This in 1 hour session, we will help you out to know what are the key ingredients of software development lifecycle, what are the way to audit them, about the controls, how to audit them, what are the requirement from the SOC 2 point of view, what are the requirement from information security point of view in order to conduct the audit. So we are going to start for 2-3 minutes, and we are going to start in 2-3 more minutes. Okay, for the rest of the people to join, and then we can start the section. Make sense, James?
Yes, sir. Like,
Sure.
formally, I will be starting the session as of now.
Sure.
In 2-3 minutes, we will be starting.
Sure.
So, hello everyone. I'm Raghav from the team of GISA Council. I welcome you all to the Agile Process in Software Development Understanding SDLC from a SOC 2 Audit Perspective webinar conducted by GISA Council. GISA Council, it is a not-for-profit organization committed to empowering individuals and organizations through specialized training and globally recognized certifications. Our mission is to strengthen the cybersecurity and IT governance ecosystem by building skilled professionals through programs such as Associate Information Systems Auditor, CISA, CSAM, CIRIS Prep Trainings, ISO oblique IEC 27001-2022 Lead Auditor, CISSP Prep Training, SOC 2 Type 2 Audit Training, and many more. Please note that our team will be sharing the Google form with you before conclusion of this session, around 10-15 minutes before the session concludes. It is mandatory to complete and submit this form in order to receive your 1 hour CP certificate. I am delighted to introduce Mr. Sonu Verma, a seasoned trainer with 17 years of experience helping professionals to advance their careers. Having worked with multinational corporations and implemented reporting and data integration solutions. The vision through his practical insights, he aims to help individuals to enhance their skills, build successful careers, and drive meaningful change in the organizations. As a consultant and auditor, his practical insights make him a valuable asset to this webinar. Best wishes to all the participants. Sonu sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghav, for the introduction. Uh, is there anyone on this call who is from the software development point of view, like they are in the software team? Anyone? Ekta, Viva, Isha, James, Roy, anyone? Anyone from IT audit or SDLC audit background? Anyone? No one?
No, so no.
Okay. All right. So let me help you out to understand the software development lifecycle webinar, what we are supposed to do when we are
Good evening,
conducting.
good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
All right. My screen is visible, right? Viva, Ekta, James, can someone confirm?
Yes, screen is clearly visible.
All right. So in this 1 hour session, we are going to understand the software development lifecycle. When you are in an organization, if the organization is into IT and they are developing the softwares, and you are hired as an internal auditor, external auditor, or you are helping the auditor to give the evidences from SOC 2, Type 2, SOC 2, Type 1 point of view, or ISO 27001, or NIST CSF point 2.0 point of view. What evidence you will be providing to the auditors? What evidence you need to audit if you are conducting the audit? I'm going to share all this information on this call. Okay. So first, we are going to understand what is software development lifecycle, what are the conceptual reviews of these things. Then we will understand the framework, the difference between software development lifecycle framework of waterfall and agile. What are the difference between both the framework? Why we are choosing agile? Why other organizations are choosing agile as the best suited framework from the software development lifecycle for their organization? Then we are going to understand what is the audit mechanism for software development. Then we are going to understand what is source code review, what is software development lifecycle policy looks like, what we need to do while conducting the audit, what you need to review in the policies, in the user acceptance testing, in the software development lifecycle, and what is the approved reviewers concept. Okay, so let's start the session. So first of all, whenever you need to audit any organization, the first thing that you need to ask from the organization is to showcase their software development lifecycle policy. On the basis of the policy, you will review the policy first, whether it is aligned with the SOC 2 requirement or the ISO 27001 standard or not. If it is not matching the policy and the standard, you're going to guide the organization, you're asking the organization to update the policy. Assuming that the policy is ready from the software development lifecycle point of view in line with SOC 2 or ISO 27001, what are the key ingredients? Okay. So the software development lifecycle, okay, this is just one of the example, okay. In the software development lifecycle phase, it says, okay, what is the purpose of the software development lifecycle? What this organization does? What kind of software it makes? What is the background of the organization? Now, what are the phases that software development lifecycle is having in an organization? Requirement analysis, analyze security requirement, confidentiality and processing, integrity and authenticity, availability and utility, auditability, what all they need to provide from the audit point of view, non-repudiations, discuss business operations, profile users of the organization's application system, develop prioritize security solution requirement, eliminate vulnerabilities. So just because of this, there are multiple things, okay, that we will be learning in the in-depth study of SOC 2. As of now, in this was limited hours of session, we are going to understand what is the requirement means in the software development lifecycle. When it says auditability, what we need to audit, what is the architecture and design, and what are the vulnerabilities, what are the way to remove the vulnerability from any software, what are the testing that we need to do. Okay. Now, software development lifecycle. Okay. Okay, since most of the people are not from software development lifecycle, okay, I'm going to make you understand in a most easiest way, okay, so that people can understand. Somebody, Viva, you are on the call, Viva, right? You can hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, yes, Sonu.
All right, can you help me out with 1 minute session? Okay, I'm going to ask some of the questions, okay? You just need to help me understand, and then we will use that concept in the software development from layman to the technical terms. Okay, for example, let's say a person is about to get married. Okay, so he or she needs the bridal suit, or the man who needs the suit for the marriage ceremony. Okay, so in order to get that prepared, what exactly we need? Can you help me with the things? Let's say you need to get your suit done, testing done, suit stitch for yourself. What all you will start
First, definitely I will buy suits.
by
This
by the cloth? Okay.
or the cloth,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Then.
choose the design,
Mm-hmm.
and then definitely I will give my suits to the tailor to stitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then.
Then after stitching, I will wear it.
No, before you wear it on the final ceremony day, what exactly will you do? You will just get it at home and you will wear on the final day, or you are going to test it?
Yeah, right.
Right.
First, I will
So
try it fitting.
testing, then final touch, then in case of any issue, resolve it. All right. In the software development lifecycle, we follow exactly the same process. Okay. What we need to do, in case you have got a requirement, let's say you need to develop a software. Okay. So first thing, what you're going to do, buying the cloth, okay, choosing the design, okay, buying the cloth. Before that, in this process, what you did, you chose the cloth of your budget. Then you chose as per your color, as per your fab color. You chose and bought from the recognized market. You did it mentally, right, Viva?
Yes.
All right. So in the software development lifecycle, this entire process is called IRL, which stands for initial request list. Okay.
Okay.
In the initial request list, you ask the client, okay, client asks you what software you need to make. You are going to ask what type of software. Is this for payment gateway, mobile app, or web app, or all of them, including Android and iOS? Okay. Now, you got the initial request. Additionally, you ask how many people should use this app. Okay. What is the market for this? Are you trying to utilize this application in United States or India, in UK? Okay, let's say you're making an application. Let's say you're making a WhatsApp application. Okay. So you ask all these things. So WhatsApp is not famous in Canada, in US. They use their different application in Germany, in Japan. But it says they said, okay, I need to launch this application in India. Initially, it should have, let's say, 50 lakhs people or 2 crore people, 50 crore people should be using it. Okay, so you got the initial data request that says, okay, you need an application where you need to make Android that can be used in Android phone and iOS, including the web. All right. Now, this phase is known as data gathering phase. All right. Now, you selected the data, then you chose the design. Okay, what kind of design it should be? That is the user interface. So once you collected the data, you went to the development phase. Okay, this is also known as coding phase. Your team got this information, your development team, they started making the software, okay, designing the software as per requirement. Okay. So this portion is coming when you are going to the tailor. You're saying to the tailor what kind of suit you need, what is should be the length and breadth, what kind of design you are doing. So you are giving the requirement, and the tailor started making the coding part. Okay, that is the application team which is doing the coding. Now, once you went to the tailor, tailor asked you what is the function type, marriage. Okay. So they will use some glitters in your suit. They will design in a way where it looks more appealing suit. Okay, fine. When do you need it? They ask you deadline. Okay. So you need on 10th March. So I will deliver this suit on 5th March. 5 days buffer time for testing the suit adjusting the things if needed. Correct, Diviva?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely right.
So here we are going to do that testing phase. Okay, in the software development, we did the development phase, and after that, we need to have the testing. Now, this phase is known as UAT, which is known as user acceptance testing part. Okay, here the person will come, client will come, see the software. Okay, it is designed, the user interface looks good. Okay, this is how the WhatsApp should be. Okay, great. Now, before I give it to the lady who has given the stage, who has given this suit to stage, a person within the tailor's room, the tailor, one of the person will just try to see whether it is looking good or not, and they will do the adjustment. In the software development lifecycle, we test these things in the testing environment where we are not dealing with the production data. Okay, testing environment, that software will be tested in testing environment on the defined criteria. Okay, for example, your suit will be seen whether it is appealing as per the marriage ceremony or not, whether this looks elegant on the girls or not. In the same way, the software is going to be tested in the testing environment where no production data will be utilized. Now, this testing environment criteria, the testing criteria is given by whom? Testing criteria is given by whom? Viva? You have given that, okay, I need the suit size this, I need this and that. So the client has given all the initial requests, but client is not software professional. So the software development team utilize a approved control sheet or criteria sheet. On the basis of those criteria, a software is getting tested in the testing environment. Okay. Now, how this testing environment looks like, what are the criteria that we need to check? All right.
We have
This
a
is called,
checklist.
yes, here is the checklist team, the UAT checklist. Okay, what it says, has the UAT been defined? Yes, the client has provided the information and we are checking as per that. Does the UAT team understand its responsibility in executing the test cases and ensuring that the final outcome of the test are satisfactory? Does the tailor know what kind of suit he needs to stage? What is the function? Whether the measurement is exactly staged or not. Okay. Do we have extra bandwidth in case the suit get more tight? Do we have to adjust it this or not? Okay, great. The same thing, the software development team keeps some time in case there is an issue while writing the code. They are going to test in the testing environment instead of directly giving in the production environment. If something goes wrong, your entire production unit will go on hold. So what they do, they create a checklist. Okay. Has the plan acceptance testing been created? Has all possible system functions are described? So I ask a software, okay, where people can make WhatsApp call if I am making a WhatsApp application. Yes. All the functions have all possible functions are described and tested. Yes. In all data available that is required for testing, do we have the testing data? Can we make, did we apply a calling button in the WhatsApp application? Yes. Can the audio mic is enabled? Yes. Have I tested this thing within the team by calling each other? Yes, it is meeting. All right. Now, has the test procedure been defined? When I need to test? When the application has been created, when the everything, the coding team says, okay, the application is ready to be tested. Okay. So they are going to test on the basis of this control sheet, the criteria sheet. This criteria sheet keeps changing on the basis of the criteria provided by the client to the organization. And this is called UAT, User Exception Testing Sheet. Any question here, Viva? James? All good?
Yes, sir. It's
All right.
fine.
Now, the testing process is completed. Okay. Now, next thing is that you have got that testing done. Now you need to wear it on the final day of your marriage. Okay. Here, what is the marriage here for the organization in the software? Okay. We need to deploy in the production phase. Okay. So this phase is known as a release phase, which is deployment phase. Okay. Got it? All right. Now, in this deployment phase, what happens? You have done the coding, you have done the testing, and you're deploying into the phase. But let's say, Viva, you got this testing done at the tailor's house, okay, and you need to wear after 5 days on your marriage. Do you think that you can directly wear on the day of marriage when you get this suit? Or your mom or sister is going to ask me, show me how it looks. You will try it again at home, right?
Yes,
Before.
yeah.
So the same thing happens here in the testing environment. We got this thing testing created. We got the testing report passed. Okay, but before we send it to the production, here there is a testing that happens is called source code review. This is called security testing. Okay. Sometime you may feel that your suit is looking good, but your mom or sister is coming up with additional things that this should be this should be this. Okay. Now, in the source code review, what we do, a person who is making the software coding, who is doing the coding, okay, they are the employees. They may be serving the notice period. They may be frustrated with the management. They may have some different issues. They may be, the developers may be, what you call, pressure. Okay. So what is the software? Okay. Software is collection of codes, right? So if I write a code that is a code for malware or virus, I can do that, right? The coder can do that while writing the test, right? In a way where this will happen, only the virus will get activated, malware will be getting activated after 10 days or 15 days. So just understand, your development team has developed a software, your UAT team has accepted this, all the testing, and you have deployed in the production floor. Let's say the WhatsApp has been deployed in India. Okay, please use all the 50 crore people are using this software. And after 5 days, when people have started using, there is a virus that is hanging your phone, that is stealing the data. It can happen, right? So entire 50 crore people are going to complain about this client, okay, who has deployed this software in the production. Production means for the people to use. So to avoid this thing, that no malware or virus takes place, between the testing and production, we use the security testing. Okay, this is known as source code review. Each code will be audited by the source code reviewer, security testing by source code reviewer. Okay. Now, the source code reviewers will not be part of development team, will not be from the testing team. It is an individual team who has nothing to do with development and testing, so that the source code review is unbiased. they will check each code and provide security approval for deployment. Okay, this is called security sign-off phase. Okay, now once you have release on the production floor, okay, okay, let's say you must have seen there are many people who get their marriage ceremony suit, okay, and 2 years, 3 years later, they find the suit is not fitting him or her. So what we do? This is expensive suit. What we do? We talk to the tailor. Please keep some margin on the cloth to ensure if I need to get this adjusted after 6 months, 1 year. So they said, okay, ma'am, I have put some cloth inside. Okay, we can adjust the length and breadth again. Okay. Okay. This phase, you are doing it after your marriage is done. Okay. So here, what happens? The software is released on the production floor. Okay. It is called deployment phase. Okay. Now, in the deployment, after the deployment, it may be possible that some of the phone, let's say iOS is saying, okay, the WhatsApp is working fine. Android users saying WhatsApp is working fine. But when they're using through the laptop, they say it is providing the latency. Okay, when we write the message on through using the WhatsApp through the web application, it is providing the latency. So what is the use? I need WhatsApp to be utilized on laptop also, since it was a part of my designing phase. But it is getting used, it is working, but it is working with the latency. So what happens? The client will come to the software development team. You said that it is working fine. Everybody is saying that it is working fine on Android and iOS. But when we are using on the web application, it is providing the latency. Software seems okay. Let me deploy some software. So your software will start working on the laptop also with no latency. So this is known as post-release phase, fairly known as in the SDLC process, it is known as patch management. So when you are working on your laptop, sorry, on your phone in the night, in the afternoon, in the morning, you see there is a update available. It says, click here to update the software. Do we get it, Diviva? Viva, do we get it?
Yes.
So that phase is coming because somebody, the software development team, is pushing the release patches from the backend. Once you update that, your phone starts working more faster than earlier. Any problem in understanding the IRL phase, coding phase, acceptance phase, source code review phase, post-release phase, and deployment phase? Any question, team? Any question? All right. Once this patch release takes place, if there is no problem, later on someone's phone gets corrupted, someone's laptop gets corrupted. Okay. So what you do, it is not the issue with the software entire entity, okay, completely, but it is a user specific issues. So what we do, we get a support from the software development team. They say, okay, there is some issue. Okay, so if the person is using, let's say there is a vulnerability. So what they will do, there is a phase called vulnerability management. They remove the bugs, vulnerabilities from the web or mobile app. All right, now, Now, 5 years later, 10 years later, Okay. The software started using generating an issue that says, okay, it is working fine. Okay, now 5 years later, it says the web applications is working, Android application is working, iOS is working. However, from 12:30 to 12:45 in the night, whenever we are making the payment using the WhatsApp, if I am making the payment to James, it is not going to James, it is going to someone else. Okay, so what happened? This issue was not the part of this software development part, but since it is related to software, it has never been reported earlier. So to fix that vulnerability, we call as a 0-day vulnerability management. Okay. Now in 0-day vulnerability, for example, before COVID, okay, if you go to the medical store, you say, okay, you have got fever. They will give you some paracetamol. Okay, you eat that medicine, you are okay. Now, before the COVID medicine was developed, if you go to medical shop stating that you have the COVID-like symptom, what medical shop used to say? Viva, what the medical shop will say, the chemist, if you go to get the COVID medicine before it has been made, what they used to say? Stay quarantined, right? Team, please answer the questions. This is an interactive station team. James? James, can you hear me? Team, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please, can you repeat the question again?
Before the COVID medicine was developed, if you go to the medical shop asking for the COVID medicine, what that chemist used to say? That there is no medicine as of now. We are still working on it, right?
Exactly. They said there's no medicine as of now.
Right. So they are saying it is still working. For that COVID issue for medical field was a 0-day vulnerability where the solution is not available. Okay. But if you go now, they will give you the solution. Okay. So what
Yes.
happens in the software development team, if you come up with a vulnerability that the patches is not available, they will say, we are not denying the fact that this is a vulnerability. As of now, we are asking you to allow some time. Our research and development team, R&D team, research and development team is working to take out the patches. So if you ask them to give the patch management services, they will say this problem has never been reported. We do not have the patch available. Okay. So 0-day vulnerability, 0-day vulnerability are those vulnerabilities is that vulnerability for which the patch is not available currently. Okay. So if you say that when you are making the call, making the payment from 12:30 in the night to 12:45, it is going to someone else. So that 15 minutes window issue has been reported earlier when you are trying to make the payment through using the WhatsApp to someone, it is going through. The issue has been detected only for those 15 minutes window. So the software will team say, okay, my team is working, my R&D team is working, trying to understand what exactly the issue. When you're making the payment, only this 15 minutes window has the problem. So what we will do, we will let you know once the patch is available and we will deploy. Got this portion? All right. Now, once you are doing the source code, okay, how the source code report looks like, okay. Yeah. So they have the source code review checklist. It is the people, it is not those people who have made the software for the coders or the tester. Okay, it's a different team who check this software altogether from the coding point of view. They say what are the mandatory to check and what are the severity from the source code review point of view. They have made as 1, 2, okay. But even if the severity is 1 and 2, they have marked as some of the field as mandatory to check before we release the software. Okay, so what are the mandatory fields? You can see there are certain fields that says mandatory and some of the fields says NA. Okay, so wherever it is marked as mandatory, it has been checked. Okay, see, this is severity is given, but it is neither it has been checked, nor it has been, because it is not mandatory. What they need to do, they need to check on what? For SQL script, design table fields and type following JP common practices. Send in early to get confirmation about the field name and the type. Checked. Okay, for create table script must include grant, add, update, delete, and create public synonym statement. Checked. Okay, there are multiple parameters that people check, okay, from the software, and this keeps changing from organization to organization, from code, from the software requirement to software requirements. Okay, once this testing is done, the source code reviewer, okay, they highlight whether it is passed, it needs to review again, it is other. The date of review is 28/5/23. They have highlighted that source code review has passed. The reviewer's name of the person is Hindu. As an enhancement system, this checklist is applied for the team's source code only, not the original code provided by the customer. Okay, so the source code has been tested for the applied for the team source code only, the team who has generated the source code to write the softwares. So what happens? We have done the secure code review. There is no virus, and then we can deploy in the production floor. Once we deploy in the production floor, we follow the post-release treatment, that is a patch management, any vulnerability management, and zero-day vulnerabilities. All right. Now, agile versus waterfall. Okay. What are the difference and why people need to choose waterfall? SDLC phase, agile, is we just read IRL, the initial request list, then coding phase, testing phase, that is UAT, then source code review phase, okay, then it says post release, sorry, production release phase, post release, which is patch management phase, then we do it deployment phase, and this is called No, it's not deployment. Deployment is here only. Patch release. This is here. Deployment phase. Deployment or production phase. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is called vulnerability management. All right. Now, what is the difference between agile and waterfall? Okay. Now, in agile phase, before the vulnerability phase, before the post-release phase, till here, okay, I'm highlighting it. Now, in the agile process, if something is wrong in the deployment phase, what we do, we recall the software we pause the software usage in the deployment phase. We go back to the source code review to fix the issues. If the issue has been detected, let's say source code reviewer says that there is a code which has virus, okay, it will go to the testing phase. In the testing phase, it will be tested again, and then it will come for the production, for the source code review again. If the issue has been found during the testing, okay, that the code software is not working as per the IRL, it will go to the coding phase. So the bottom line is that the summary is that in the agile process, when the situation has been figured out that there is an issue, it just move back to one phase. From if it is in the release phase, it will go to the source code phase. From here, the fixation will start working. People will start fixing the issues. If it has been found in the source code, it will just move one phase before. In the UAT environment, people will start working. This is called agile process, okay? However, in the waterfall process, when we talk about the waterfall, what we do does not matter where this issue is getting detected. It does not matter, okay? If it is in the production unit phase, it will directly go to the IRL phase, okay? They will go to the client. Ma'am, can you please see what your request list is? Can you please check the requirement again? Client will review the IRL again. They will send it again. It will go to the coding phase again. The coder will start making the codes again. Once the coding is done, then it is going to the testing phase again, then source code. Let's say IRL client is IRL agile versus waterfall. Okay. Now, agile has, let's say, gave you 1 day time. Okay. Client is saying, okay, in 1 day, I can send you this initial request list. Coding team said, I will take 3 days to code the software. Testing team said, okay, I will take 1 more day to test that. Source code reviewer said 1 day. Okay. Now, in the release phase, okay, the release is taking in 1 day. So how many days in total is taken? Total, how many days? Total days in Agile took place. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, total 7 days, right? Right, team? Why the team has gone blank?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, let's say in agile process, you are taking 7 days. If the issue is detected here, okay, so you move back to one phase. Okay, that is source code review. You again did the source code review, and then again you are doing the development phase. So 1 day and plus 1 day. Total how many days added? Plus 2 days? right, Vibha? Total 9 days?
9
Yes.
days.
Okay. However, in a waterfall phase, let's say you are in the release phase. Okay, the same concept is working here. Okay, let me copy it here. Okay. Now, just in your phase, just you move one step behind. Okay, but in waterfall, you need to go all together to the IRL phase. So let's say your issue has been detected here on the release phase. So you have already exhausted 7 days. So how many days it will require again? How many days from starting from IRL
7 days.
plus 7 days? Total, how many days it took? 14 days, right? So in the waterfall phase, what is happening if your resources, the testing team, coding team is working for the same project for 14 days, you are exhausting additional 5 days from agile versus agile. Okay. It is taking too much time, plus team is not working on another project. They are working on the same project from last 14 days, and it is just a small version. A software does not get created in one day. Okay. So let's say just understand this 9 days is 30 days. Okay. Understand it is 30 days. Okay. Is a huge software. So in the waterfall phase, it is going to be 30 plus 30, 60 days. So it is going to lose the revenue. It is going to derail the deadline, and it is a time consuming factor. And that is why people are going for agile framework versus waterfall. Any question, team, in understanding this?
No.
All right.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Good afternoon, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
No, good morning, rather. I'm in Nigeria. Thanks for the
Yeah, it's afternoon for me.
enlightenment. But although my network, I mean, it's trying to rain here, so I don't know whether you will drop this recorded fully for me, because I've not been consistent in following. So it's just a request. And
It's getting recorded. Don't worry about it. It's getting recorded.
all right, sir. Thank you. And also, can one actually be a detail auditor without knowing how to code? Maybe are those
You don't need to do the coding. We're not from the coding team. We are working on this training is to become an auditor. We need to audit them.
exactly. You know, like
Yeah.
auditing to the box, outside the box, or because we don't know what was coded. I'm just thinking aloud about the algorithm, how to solve those or custom client needs before they wrote the code, and if we don't know the the modality, I mean, how they did arrive at the code, can we just take the output of the coding as okay? I don't know.
Yes. All right.
I don't know if you get
Now,
decipher my position.
yeah. Okay. So that is how we are going to conduct. We understood the SDLC process part. Okay. Now, once you need to know how exactly we need to audit the entire mechanism, there is a way of auditing that. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are running a session for SOC 2, okay, complete training, a practical session. What you need to do to get the 36 hour of practical session on auditing SOC 2, okay, including SDLC in the SOC 2 audit. The class is starting from 29th March. It will work till 26th April, okay, 26. What you need to do, you need to go to the GISA Council website. Okay. Go here, go under the certification and courses, select SOC 2. Come here and
I'm
register for
following,
this
sir.
course.
Yeah.
You need to register for this course where we are going to give you the SOC 2 Type 2 practical session on auditing skills. Okay, practical exposure with dummy data, in-depth coverage of all critical topics. It is going to be 36 hours of live training. We are going to issue the CP certificate after course completion of 36 hours. Okay. And those people who are not from the audit background, I will be the person who will be training these people. So make sure you don't even get yourself scared. The way I use the layman language to make these critical things into the small things like layman language things to understand how to understand the software development lifecycle. When somebody asks you what is software development lifecycle, you remember my example and you will be able to answer all the phases of software development lifecycle. In the same methodology, I'm going to teach you from the layman language to the critical language of software development audit and the SOC 2 audit within this 36 hours of live training that is going to start from 29th March till 26th April. And it is a weekend class. The timing is 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, UTC 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And of course, you can see the charges for this course is 17,700 for Indian citizens. For international citizens, this is going to be 300 USD. Click here to register, and then we will see you in the class. All right. Now coming back.
Sir. Please, I think sorry, sorry to distract you again. I mean, you have a large number of clients. I mean, customer students from Nigeria. What our currency is fairly weak. I don't know whether it's not the forum. I don't know we're trying to translate that 300 USD is a big money for us here. That's what is discouraging most of us from writing CSL along. I don't know how you can help us, given the cultural or historical affinity between India and Nigeria. We have been together for long, so I don't know how you help your people here.
We handle the largest trends, and you can talk to our support team. Yes, we handle the large trend quantity as well. We deliver the training in the colleges. We can travel internationally as well to deliver the training. That is not the problem. Okay. All right. Now, we have gone through the source code review, user acceptance testing, framework, and SDLC part. Okay. In case if you have any question as of now, you can start asking the question. Okay. And the queue is open to ask the question. Go ahead, team. Any question related to SOC 2 trading, SDLC part, anything? James, please. Yes, James.
Yeah, thank you, please. My question is, what I want to ask is, what problem may occur if the requirement phase is skipped? One of the requirement phases is skipped. What will happen?
So let's say I'm asking you to prepare the software. Let's say I'm asking you to prepare a software. Let's say we're taking the example of WhatsApp. I gave you the requirement. People should be able to make the calls. Okay. People should be able to make video calls, and people should be able to update the status on WhatsApp. People should be able to share the files. People should be able to make the payment. Let's say the attachment portion is not uploaded, is not added in the user interface process, okay, UI. It will be diagnosed during the code review during the UAT part itself. The person needs to go back and get this updated. Now that is how we handle when we skip the team, skip the coding. While doing the coding, we skip any critical item. So what we do in the software development lifecycle, you can see the coding. When the coding is done, their coder supervisor is testing, doing the test, checking. Then it is getting tested in user acceptance testing method also. And it is getting tested in the source code part also, that everything is deployed. Now, for example, even if you have updated everything, okay, so what we do, let's say, that is how we handle that part. Now, let's say in WhatsApp, when people used to, when we started using WhatsApp, what we used to do, we have been using just the phone chat. Okay, earlier there was no way to use the phone calls using the WhatsApp. So what happened? The software was already deployed in the market. People are already using it. We cannot recall the software, right? So, but we got a new requirement that people should be able to make the calls. Okay. So there is a concept called CI/CD pipeline in the software development that is called continuous integration and continuous deployment. So what happens? The CI/CD pipeline, the source, the coders will develop that button that says voice call process. Okay. Now, through the CI/CD pipeline, whosoever is using the WhatsApp, I will hit enter. You will get a pop-up message on your phone. A new version of WhatsApp is available. Please reinstall your software to get the calling features in the software. Same happened when people had been able to call each other, but they were not able to see each other. So there was a new requirement that sprout up that says people should be able to see or make a video call. So what they did, all right, so CI/CD pipeline integration was used again. A camera icon was utilized in the WhatsApp. Enter. It says a new WhatsApp feature is available. Please reboot your WhatsApp or reinstall your software. Once you reinstall your software, your data has not gone anywhere. All the chats are available. But in the new feature of the WhatsApp, you see a calling button with a camera icon where you can click and talk with each other face to face. So this process is being known as CI/CD pipeline. Okay, the features, add-on features keeps getting implemented in the software. But when you're talking about the IRL, initial request list, the client has given you directly that they need in the user interface. The software will not be deployed in the production phase. That is how you handle. Once the people start using, multiple million or billion of people are using, they have their own problems. They have their own issues. Okay. Why all of you are on this call? Okay. For this webinar, you wanted to know how this training is happening. Okay. You want to grow in your career. You want to make more money in your paycheck. You want to switch your companies. You may need to switch your career. So what we are doing, you are coming on this training for GISA Council, right? So I don't know what the problem you are facing. Once you will be coming on the call, I will be giving you the solutions. Same way, when people started using software, they said, okay, why don't we have the feature to make the video call? They started giving the feedback, and this is called the utilization of feedback science. We give the feedback, we ask the people to give the feedback. You alone cannot think what exactly all can be added. Even if your R&D team, research team don't know. But when million and billion people's mind are working for one software, they are giving you what problem they are facing. And now the client has the problem, and now they are providing the solution. Okay, we have given you the solution to make the video calls. Okay, the coding team has deployed the video calling features applied through the CI/CD pipeline. Now, 1,000 people have been facing this issue. Now their solution is available on WhatsApp. They can make the WhatsApp call, video call. Okay. So what happened? You are utilizing the feedback as a signs, signs of feedback. You're utilizing to make your product more better version. You are deploying to the in the for the usage. So what happened? The popularity of your software is getting high. Okay, people are using more and more of the software. People are recommending other people. So the client base, the customer base of the company of WhatsApp is getting increased. And what happened? It is not their research and development team who has worked on this thing. It is the customer who has provided the feedback. It is just the organization's feedback company, people who have the knowledge of how to utilize the science of feedback. They are getting the feedback. Sometime you will get the negative feedback also. Sometime you will get the positive feedback. You filter them out. Okay, somebody says, hey, WhatsApp is just a crap. Okay, there are people, they will say, okay, WhatsApp is a crap. Okay, there are people, other countries. So what happened? You're getting the negative feedback. So what WhatsApp has done? They have deployed E2E, end-to-end encryption part. Nobody can listen to your call, what you're transmitting over internet. Okay, when I'm talking to James, nobody can listen to my call. Okay, including WhatsApp. And that is what the data privacy is coming into the picture. So when the data privacy people have given the negative feedback, we will filter out whether it's a genuine feedback. Can we do it? If somebody just says it's a crap with no base, leave it. But if they are giving you some critical feedback, which has the business justification, work on it, deploy it. Now, WhatsApp has calling feature, chat feature, status update feature, payment features, voice note features, and the data privacy integration has been deployed because of the data privacy. So it has got the encryption also. That is what we are going to read in this 36 hours of the SOC 2. Once again, okay, once you need to register this course, all you need to do, you need to go to this GISA Council website, go to the SOC 2 training course, okay. The batch is starting from 29th March, weekend class, click on register, and our SOC support team is going to help you out to get you admission. And yes, we're going to have 36 hours of complete practical session on this. Any question, team?
Yes, sir. Sorry. I don't know if I can elaborate more on that latency concept again. And how do we do you have any sync with AI in this aspect? Or
So the latency can be because of anything. Either the software has some vulnerabilities, software has bug, or multiple people are using it. Okay, so there is something called stress testing. Okay, let's say I have prepared a software for a very small market where only 10,000 people should be using my application. But sooner or later, your software got popularity and it is capturing another market also. So what happened? The market base and the customer base had increased from 10,000 to 10 lakhs people. So of course, your software is going to either crash or it will start doing the latency. So what happens in the software development? We have a testing called stress testing, where we check how many people can use the software at maximum with no latency. So that stress testing will take place in order to resolve the issue of latency if it is because of the increased market base, customer base. Have I answered your question?
yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. If there is no question, team, we'll see you in the beautiful class of SOC 2. Okay. And that is going to be a complete practical session that we will cover some around more than 10 domain, okay, including asset management, business continuity, network audit, firewalls, encryption, vendor management, software development, recruitment audit, SDLC process, the agile one, the training audit, the background verification process of auditing the recruitment team. Then we are going to audit the encryption. Then we are going to audit the CI/CD pipeline. We are going to understand the BCP, business continuity planning, and disaster recovery, where we are going to audit all this stuff in this 36 hours of the beautiful session. And that was a wrap from my side. It was Sonu Verma from GISA Council. Thank you for joining this call. Lovely day.